Hello, Nuts, and welcome. I know you're busy and your time's precious, so thank you for joining me for this interview. There is champions in few days now, as such I would like to just come back on your first competitions and your first year of competitions on Valorant as competitive player. You ran obviously for GAMBIT actually, and you won Masters Berlin, but we're gonna speak about it a little bit after. A step back before that, we're gonna speak about Masters in Russia, where you won against Forzi, obviously. The slope, by the way, seems a little bit difficult to cross. The only defeats that you can point to are against European teams, and I was asking myself that, are there steps to take or something?
So actually, I'm gonna start talking about the Masters. First Masters, the CIS region. After the one CIS region, Masters I mean the against Force,
Mm-hmm.
we qualified to VCT to play against top
Exactly.
European teams. For us, it was first such an experience to play against top European teams in the tournament. On Prax, of course, we played against them, but on tournament it's a bit different. So for us it was a bit hard because we wasn't ready for that, but we prepared a lot. Our point was just to play more matches
Mm-hmm.
to get more experience for that. And I don't remember. I guess first game was against FPX.
Yep.
It was a hard game for us because, as I said before, it's our first experience on that level. After that, we just watched the demos, try to understand what just happened, why we played bad. After that, we played against BBL. We got more experience against top teams, and after that, we played against FPX. We understand how they're playing. We understand our mistakes, and because of that, we won them. And against Fnatic, I guess it was uh, not enough experience for us. But after that, we start playing better and better.
So, is that all about experience, or did you change anything in the way that you played after this moment?
I guess we changed. We
Mhm.
changed some things. I mean, movements, but the main idea of our gameplay was the same.
As European, we could not necessarily follow the Russian scene as much as we have to. Um, it's maybe about ICDT, but we're gonna speak about it. Is the current level of Russians teams comparable to Americans and Europeans one, in your opinion?
I guess Russian teams can
Mm-hmm.
uh, fight with any European team, any American team, but it's a bit hard to qualify to these stages. Yeah, we had the second VCT,
Mm-hmm.
then three teams qualified. It was Navi, Gambit,
Yep.
and Force. For them, it was first experience, I guess, like it was for us on the first VCT. I guess after that, maybe they have some roster changes, I don't know. But for that people who played on that level, it's a huge experience, and in the future it will help them for sure.
Okay, you initiate a big change at this moment, and during the qualifying round for Berlin in the EMEA Challenger, it seems very clear. It's a moment that you're crushing all teams one by one. And for you, what's this reason? What's the reason for this step up?
So I guess the main thing that all of us just playing a lot, we're watching demos, we're fixing our mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's the main thing that we're just living in that game. We don't have anything else. Then we're coming to boot camp. The only way, only thing that we are doing here is just play the game. That's all.
And and for you, at this moment precisely, before just beating Sentinels and all Americans teams in Berlin, what's your toughest opponent? What is the biggest rivalry for you at this period?
So I guess the top team that we wanted to play against, it was Ascent,
Mm-hmm.
because at that moment they was playing really good. Their bind was something incredible for other European teams. So I guess first of all it was Ascent, and then it was, I guess, Team Liquid.
Okay, so just let's close this chapter now and speak about the next one. Masters Berlin. Masters Berlin was the opportunity to just beat Europeans and Americans teams. Turkish wants to, sorry. I know you are a big objective in the win against Sentinels, but before that, and I hope you won't mind me, we're gonna speak about some difficult subject and the game against Android Fifth, where you just lose in the group stages. What do you think about this defeat and how do you feel about it? What's the reason for it?
Actually, I'm gonna say that it all depends from the experience again, because we won the first map. It was, I don't remember the score. We won the first map. The second map we was winning with 11-1, I guess, or 11-2. I don't remember. It was a huge advantage for us,
Okay,
and we lost that game. So I guess it all depends from the experience. We couldn't finish that game because it was the LAN games. It was the LAN against the top NA teams. So before that, we was playing only against CIS and Europe teams. We was playing at home, at boot camp. It's comfortable for us. But we came to LAN. It's different. Of course, we don't have viewers, anything else, but anyway, you're not playing at home. So first experience LAN, first experience against top team, and maybe because of that, we just okay, we can win them. Everyone of us was thinking, okay, it's close. We need 2 rounds only, and after that we start losing, and you can't do anything with that.
It was your first LAN, so
Yes,
I
for
do
us, every one
for
of us,
everyone.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe for Shadows only, for the rest of us, it was the first huge LAN. Yeah.
And how do you feel about it? It was stressful,
Uh,
I guess.
Actually, for me, after the first game, it was normal. I
Okay.
wasn't being stressful. I tried to be patient, so it was cool actually to play LAN. I like that.
Okay. After Ended Thieves, you beat Vision Strikers. We don't recognize you on Bind. Can you explain what happened at this moment for you and for your team in general?
We're gonna talk about only bind, right?
Yep. If we can talk about Bind, but if you want to play to speak about the whole match, it's okay. 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 What about Vision Striker? At this moment, before champions, we all know that they are really impressive. All European teams that just break against them tell the same thing as, wow, they're just it's very hard to beat them at this moment. But in the past, in Masters Berlin, they're not supposed to be that challengers we fear about. So, against them, we don't really recognize you. I think it was on Bind. It was on Bind. What happened? Can you explain what happened at this moment for you, for your team? What's on your mind at all? Are you guys?
Actually, I'm gonna start from the veto. Then we was choosing maps. For us, it was a bit shock that they picked bind because we was thinking that we're gonna pick that map.
Yep.
So they picked the bind, and we of course okay, we're gonna do the same things like we was doing
Okay.
before because it's working. So if something not gonna work, we will try to do something else. But we just start playing that game. I started to playing short. We started playing our default, and it was working. They couldn't do anything against us, and we understood that on bind we can finish easily. So we just done our things, and we won that map.
Enough bad news today. Enough bad news for this moment. After all, Masters Berlin was the best way to you guys just prove that you are the biggest teams in EMEA and world. After all, let's speak about a victory, a very, very effective victory against G2. You won on Icebox in the best way. After that, you're all amazing. It has the prices moment when you step up. Is that where the momentum begin?
Actually, about the icebox, we was preparing for them. We watched their demos. We understand how they're playing the icebox map, but we wasn't ready that we're gonna defeat them 13-0. We know that we can try play our game in T side, that we're gonna take maybe 8 rounds or something like this, but we start playing just defeated them easily. We killed them, we done our things. I don't know what just happened for them, but we just done our things that was working. Everything was working for us. So maybe that's why we won just 13-0. Maybe
Okay.
they had bad days, something like this, but we was trying to do just our things that we can do.
Yeah, I mean it's part of the game to have bad and good days. I hope. So okay, for T2. T2 was European, by the way. 105 Americans, Vision Strikers, Koreans, and in a way, it was the first time you were confronted with different playing styles, gameplay styles, all over the world. So, what do you think in this Masters Berlin about American, European, and Korean styles? Your differences, or there is some similarities?
So if we're gonna talk about the American style,
Mhm.
all of them are different. 100 Thieves, Envy, Sentinels,
Mhm.
but all of them just has an incredible individual level of the game. You just staying and somebody just can go and one tap you. You know, it's like in Russia, in CIS region. A lot of depends from the individual, but some of them has a different strategy. So
Mhm.
Envy, like I said, 100 Cs and Sentinel different in strategy. If you're gonna talk about the Korean, uh, actually they're really good in strategy.
Mhm.
Then I was watching their demos, their gameplay, they understanding how what's going on map is very good. It's on top of the level. Turkish, that has a lot of individual
Yep.
things. They do,
Okay.
they doing a lot of on individual level. But anyway, right now and before the, I mean VCT1, it was some teams that was trying to do something with strategy. And in Turkish right now, a lot of good teams. Actually, about aggressive, yeah. Turkish teams can do a lot of things like you don't ready for, you just staying holding something and you can,
Okay.
and somebody just can run through it, just one tap you and go to kill the other your team. Yeah, that happens.
That's what I'll figure it out. Figure it out. Okay. So Envy, you defeated after all 3 maps only. It was a great final against Envy. What do you think about them? And what do you think about this match?
Oh, actually, we prepared for that match a lot. We watched some demos. If I'm not mistaken, we finished our semi-final too late, so we just came to hotel, chilled a bit, and after that we start preparing for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how many maps we just watched, but we prepared for them. We understand that they gonna pick heaven, so everybody against us picking heaven in best of 5. So I don't remember the maps. I remember heaven, split, and oh wait, maybe not split. It was bind.
It was bind even split.
Oh, okay. So we just started to play against them. So it was an incredible game. It was the final for us. I guess we understand everything what they're gonna do. They understand everything what we gonna do. But on Heaven it was just luck for us, I guess, because we just come back from 11 to 8,
Mm-hmm.
and after that on Split, if I'm not mistaken, we
Yep.
just finished our way in Masters Berlin, I guess.
How do you feel in this moment? Do you feel like proud, empty, like a lot of players after massive events like this?
I was feeling nothing, to be honest.
Okay.
I start feeling that only in an hour or in 2 hours.
Okay.
After that, then everybody just said me go interview, go interview. I was a bit shocked. I have to give here, I have to give here, okay. And after that, then I was going back to hotel. I
Mhm.
was thinking, what just happened?
You don't have
We just
to realize that yet.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We just came to our first huge LAN and we won it. And was is that the truth? What what just happened? I don't even know. I'm going back to hotel with the trophy, and I was shocked. I was
Okay.
full confused, and I was in car. I'm full confused.
Let's now speak about Gambit and the way that you all guys working on. Unlike many teams, Gambit has not changed its roster for a year now. I do think this had an impact on the way that the teams feels.
Yes, of course. I guess that's the important thing
Mhm.
because we are playing already a lot in the same roster. We understand better and better each other every day. So I guess that means a lot to our roster because in such moves you can just do what you need and your teammate will understand that without any communication.
Is it stability like yours that teams lack? Like G2 who are constantly rebuilding their roster.
To be honest, I don't know what's happening in G2, why they're always changing rosters, but maybe they see that they need that thing. Yeah, I don't like that because you're always changing, you're always doing the same thing. You're changing, you're starting doing the same thing like you was doing with the other man,
Mhm.
and always the same thing. Always it's uh, so everybody because of that just tired, and
Yep.
maybe you are losing motivation because of that, but. It's bad times that you have to test somebody else. You have to spend time for that. Luckily for us, we don't have that right now.
We speak about stability, and at some point, it's a kind of signature, I presume. And let's talk about other points which are your own. Talking about your team and how would you define Gambit styles? We know you have slow game styles. Does it characterize you to just execute on side of 15 seconds?
Yeah, to be honest, on Berlin, we had such an gameplay. We
Mhm.
was playing slow. Uh, Sometimes we was trying to do something aggressive, something fast. Yeah, but we are, we have a lot of rounds when we are playing slow.
Mhm. Who is in charge of the game, actually? Who is the in-game leader?
In-game leader is Redgar. He just
Okay.
came here,
Hello,
so sometimes I'm trying to help him during the game,
Okay.
and the rest of the team trying to say something to help Redgar to make a decision. So the main IGL is Redgar.
So it then change, okay?
No, 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 it's not changing because before the any VCT, it was the first strike. We
Mhm.
played with the other roster. Instead of Redgar, it was Sunset. He was in-game leading, and after that, we just started to search the IGL, only IGL. So
Okay.
because of that, Redgar is only IGL.
There is there is an angst difference. What his influence on the team and what his place in the team?
He's doing everything. He's watching demos. He's trying to everybody to find some things. He's watching POV demos to help people, to help everyone to maybe put crosshair like this, maybe
Mhm.
movement, maybe other things. So he's doing everything. He's maybe our like the father of our team.
You have a reputation for practicing a lot, like 6 or 7 times per day. Do you experiment new things, or do you stick to more classic strategies?
So yes, we are playing 6, 7 frags per day. We have a lot of theory, and yeah, it's took maybe not 7, 10 hours each day. If somebody is streaming, it takes more, 12, 13. So after the pracs, you just think, oh, let me just go chill. But everyone just understand in that level that you have to
Yep.
do that. You are on top of the level. You have to play a lot. You you need to practice a lot. You need to practice your individual game. If you're not gonna play the game a lot, so you don't gonna have any stability. You
Mm.
just will. Someday you can beat each other. Other day you're just losing. So that's why you have to play a lot.
Red Bull seems to have tested you. Can we have? Can we go back to those defeats against London United and Ascent? Because we actually don't recognize you at this moment. What happens?
I'm gonna say that it may be because of me, because at that moment I had COVID,
Okay.
so we didn't play a lot the
Mhm.
game because I couldn't do that. I had the huge temperature all the time,
Mm.
so because of that I was playing maximum for pracs. I was just in bed all the time, so I guess that's the main point why we played like that. Like I said before, one game you're playing good, the second game you're playing bad because we just played for practice.
The second card against Ascent, I imagine you had a hard time digesting it. How do you come out of a game like that?
Actually, all of us wasn't ready for that. We
Mm.
were in score 10-0. I guess everyone was just said, "Let's take one round. It's gonna be enough for us." So yeah, it was a bad lose, but everyone just understand it's not an important tournament. We have to prepare for champions. Yeah, we played that tournament bad, but we don't have to think about that. We
Okay.
just look our mistakes and we fix them and we start preparing well for champion.
After winning prestigious titles, how do you feel? Nothing about a bad mood or return to reality?
Actually, I wasn't ready for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we won a huge tournament, but for me, I wasn't ready to achieve some things like Twitch, Twitter.
Mhm.
I mean, huge followers. I mean, fans.
Mhm.
So I wasn't ready for that, but after the Berlin, I was chilling a bit. It was 3, 4 days, and during that days, I was thinking, what should I do? Because I have to be active in my socials. So like everyone in my team.
I have to mention it, but after Masters Berlin, I noticed the use of some of your cameras, your trap have been reported to use by other players. Your infiltration strategies and breeze, for example, just have been taken up by other teams, and you guys just simply open the way that we have to rule some strategy.
To be honest, when I was playing CS,
Mm-hmm.
like before, I was
Yep.
thinking about that. Maybe someday somebody gonna do the moves like I'm doing. So yeah, then I'm playing some ranked games, maybe some tournament games. Practice, I saw, okay, that my things, he's doing the same movement. Okay, use that, but I know how to play against this. So
Are you aware of your influence on the competitive scenes?
yeah, it's an interesting thing because for me it's the first time in my life, but I like that people taking my setups and trying to play
Mm-hmm.
like I'm playing.
How do you feel about few weeks before the champions?
So feeling good actually. We are preparing the game,
Mm-hmm.
preparing for the champions a lot. We are playing the game, eating, sleeping, playing the game. So we just pull in the game, and I guess we are doing some good things to show in champions.
Back home in France now, just for end this interview. I have to tell you something like your number one supporter here in France names Whipper. We believe in you from the beginning of the competition since the Masters Berlin. Do you have a message, a word for him maybe?
Thank you so much. I hope I will do something interesting in Viper in the future in champions. I hope you will be my main supporter in France as well after the champions.
So thank you Nats for joining me. Thanks again. Have a pretty nice day and see you soon to Berlin. Oh sorry, yes it's Berlin, sorry for me. See you to Champions Berlin.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.